Hello everyone, welcome to Beauty Mundo. I am Christine Nicole and I work as a makeup artist based in Dallas. And if you are ready to step up your eyeshadow game, then this video is for you. I will be sharing with you guys the neutral palettes to buy for 2025. As always, I will be sharing my top client pick at the end, so make sure not to miss a single second. Thank you so much for subscribing and let's get into it. First off, we are starting with the Allure Best of Beauty winner. This little bad boy won for 2024. Yes, Mario, hi, but which one? Which one, Christy? It is his original, the Master Mattes palette. Oh, such a great product. Retails for okay, got my notes here. Don't want to lead you guys astray. Yes, $52. These are definitely more geared to warm tones. Oh my gosh, I just can't remember. Like when this palette came out, it was flying off the shelves. Especially, I don't think that a lot of palettes at the time were like all matte. It was kind of a mix, some shimmer, some this. So I feel like he was very much a influencer, if you will, starting an all matte palette trend. This palette though is, with its tones of more, you guys can tell these tones are a lot more rusty, they're a lot more warm. So really gonna be great for all skin types, but skin tones. But I would say if you are porcelain with a cool undertone, so you have maybe a little bit more of a pinky hue to your skin, some of these just might, like the very red, look how red they can be, very ochre-y. I mean, these are like really red. I would say this palette is probably not going to be the best suited for your skin tone, but definitely a great palette if you are more neutral, if you are cool but going more to the olive, if you are warm and golden, if you are like me, someone who is medium tan to very deep, you will absolutely need to go check out this palette. Stop into Sephora, ask someone to try it on you because you will not regret it. His palette is also cruelty and paraben free, which we love. Thank you, Mario. Like I said, definitely more on the warm side. So if you are someone who really loves rusty tones, have to. I mean, come on. Allure, it's not gonna lead us wrong. You gotta give it a try. The second palette on the list, again, is from Mario. I mean, you guys, he does Kim's makeup, so let's be real. He has been setting so many makeup trends for so long, but this is going to be his Master Mattes in the neutrals. But these are not just, I mean, technically they're both more neutral, but this is definitely leaning more to the cool side. He describes it as a modern 90s like cool girl type of palette. It is actually, I have on 3 different palettes from today, but I started off with this one. It ended up being just a little bit too cool with my dress, so I actually added a little bit of the warmth from his first palette. But my eyes today are almost all of this. Again, retails for $52. I would say the only cons, these colors are really going to work with a variety of undertones. So if you are more porcelain, like I said, with that pinky hue to you, this is going to be much better suited for you than his original. Those rusty tones could just be really harsh if you don't have any gold in your undertone. So this though, you guys, I didn't even clean my palettes. I thought about it to look all perfect and pristine. And then I said, and no, I'm not gonna do it so that you guys can see, like, these are loved, okay? I use them on myself, I use them on my clients, like, very loved. Like I said, this is gonna fit a really good wide range of skin tones as far as undertones go. If you're warm, you can balance out your makeup. These are so cool. So like what I did was add a little bit more, you know, focusing on adding warmth other areas in your skin to balance it out, like with your blush and your bronzer. But if you're more cool, these will work so well for you too. It's genial. I would say the only con with his palettes in general is they are really powdery, like very pigmented, so that's great, but very powdery, so there is a ton of fallout, unfortunately. So especially using these darker colors, I would definitely use a little bit of cream liner first and get a really small tight brush when you're applying the shades. The looser the brush, the more fallout you have. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, I would say that's the only con, is that they are very powdery and very messy. But definitely still a must-have palette, especially if you are in that fair to porcelain. I just think in general, cool tones, because they're more subdued, they're really, really great for natural, minimal type of look, office type of look. This is a great palette where if you were going out and you, I don't know, for some reason you had to get ready at work or your friend's house or something, you're not going home, bring this with you, like wear this during the day and then bring it with you, and you could go very, very easily from work into night with this palette. So thanks again, Mario. Next on the list is no stranger to the beauty world. This woman has, I mean, been taking everything by storm, especially with her Pillow Talk collection. So yes, it is Miss Charlotte Tilbury with her Pillow Talk Quad. There's a few of Pillow Talk eyeshadows out there. So this is her quad palette. When I used to work for her, we sold this probably more than, like after it came out, we sold this more than any other palette. If you are in the porcelain to medium range, if you are much tan, like you could be a little bit tanner than me, but if you're a lot deeper than me, this isn't probably going to be something that is going to accentuate your features the best. But if you are porcelain, I think even especially redheads, you know, Charlotte Tilbury is a redhead, and it can be really difficult for redheads to find colors that suit them, that don't turn orangey. And this is just a beautiful, it's like you have this soft, these two mattes, and this is more of a pinky warm brown, and then a light dusty pink with a soft vanilla champagne type of shade. That's it's more of like a satin texture, so it has some of an iridescence but not a sparkle. And then her quads are always like in this type of formula where there's always going to be one that is actual sparkle. So if you wanted to go day to night, work, and then go out, this is another great option for my fair beauties. And then you can add, like, let's see if I can show you guys here. This is a, can we get it? Can you guys see that? I don't know if that's like really picking up well on camera, but it gives off just the prettiest, just a light iridescent sparkle. It doesn't look like some crazy club disco kind of glitter, but really beautiful. And this retails for $55. Another great thing about her palettes is it's just with the 4. I know sometimes with bigger palettes like Mario's and a lot of other brands that we'll see later, there's like 12, 15, I mean, Morphe palettes are huge. It can be overwhelming. I definitely understand. Most women, if they wear eyeshadow, it's like 1 to 2. So if you want to be a little bit daring, a little like get yourself to try something a little bit more, but not too overwhelming, Charlotte's palettes in general are something really great that you should check out, because like I said, it has just the quad, and so you don't get lost in, I don't know what colors to mix and match together. Again, she's been, if you guys don't know, Charlotte Tilbury is a celebrity makeup artist who has done everyone under the moon for over 20 years. Incredible makeup line. So go check out the Pillow Talk. Started with the lipstick and it has expanded to, I mean, there's blush and mascara and just practically like everything but a Pillow Talk brow. So check this out. This is her Pillow Talk, specifically just her luxury palette, just Pillow Talk luxury palette in the quad. Oh, this next palette is a palette of dreams, of romantic, wonderful dreams. My wedding palette, I cannot speak highly enough. This also just took everybody by storm. I don't think we saw anything like this at the time. It just the most like romantic, magical, whimsical, beautiful, soft glam, perfect palette. And that is the I Need a Nude from Miss Natasha Denona. Seriously, you guys, just look how much she's used. See how much I like press in to these shadows? Like, she is loved, honey. Although I will say on camera, I think that's probably better up close. It looks, these tones are more towards the cool, but some of them, like this is like a really, really nice rosy pink, like a really rosy, but these are a lot more cool. These are definitely more gray in the grays. This is like more of a pink, a soft gray. So really a really, really beautiful cool tone, which I normally don't gravitate towards cool tones very much. I think in the recent maybe year or so I have been, but typically I'm very much a warm tone girly, and this palette just blew me away. It's partially like this color Muse. This is what I have on, this like little light glittery. I don't know how well the sparkle shows up on camera, but oh my gosh, like every shade, this chocolatey brown, this silhouette, oh my gosh, it is such a wonderful, rich, deep brown. So you can go super soft, super duper duper soft with this palette, or you can really amp it up. If you go to Natasha's website, some of the looks that she's created with this palette is like, whoa, that is not the inspiration that I get from this palette. So it's always fun and interesting to see what people like to create and what their vision is when they see something. But I think it is a wonderful palette if you are doing an engagement photo shoot for your wedding. It is so romantic, it is so dreamy. This also can fit a very, very wide range of skin tones. There's really not a skin tone that I would stay away from. The only thing I would say, not a con, but that I would say you have to be someone who is into a little bit more of those pinky hues. I know when I've put it on clients, some of them are like, oh, like everyone is so stuck. Hi, there's more than brown. I know I'm wearing brown eyeshadow, but we can wear more than brown. There's still neutrals. Okay, this is still very neutral, but sometimes they're like, oh, that's like more pink than especially the really, really fair clients. If you're really fair, it can be hard because everything shows up more dramatic on you. So I would say if there was a con, that's just something to think about, is that these are definitely more in the grays and in the pinky tones. So you need to just be open. Go give it a try. She is at Ulta now, but not at Nordstrom, not at Neiman's. You're not gonna find it at like Bergdorf's, or Barney's is closed now, but Macy's, none of that. Go to Sephora or Ulta and give this a try. This is a really, really beautiful option for something that is still neutral, but is surprising in a really good way, especially if you have colored eyes. Please, 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 please. Did I tell you guys how much this retails for? $69. And actually, if you were to ever want to, let's say if you have a little portable compact that takes magnetics, you know, a lot of people make them now, so for travel and stuff, these come out. So say if you wanted to travel and maybe you only wanted to take 4 shades with you, these come out. Obviously, if you're a makeup artist, I'm sure you probably have this in your kit, but you can mix and match and put this in an empty Z-type palette and just really mix it with a bunch of other shades. So that's something really wonderful. You can make this really customizable for you as well. So go check it out. Retails for $69. So go to Sephora or Ulta and check out this beautiful, because you need a nude, okay? I'm telling you, you need a nude. The most expensive palette in the bunch, not by much, is this retails for $70, and it is the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette. Ooh, I can't, I just want to open. Okay, here we go. I'm telling you guys, my palette is very dirty, so you can see how much they are loved, okay? Oh my goodness. When this came out, you guys, I thought I didn't need it. Lying to myself. But a fellow makeup artist, Maida, if you're watching, thank you so much for convincing me to get this. She's like, you need it, you have to get it. And she's been doing makeup much longer than me, and I trust her wholeheartedly. And trust me when I say that you have to give this palette a try. It is so incredible. This is truly the palette that will work for any undertone, any skin tone level, because it has warm tones here at the top, and then it has more cool tone here at the top. Obviously, all neutral browns. And then what's really, really great that I really, oh my gosh, Patrick, I love you for doing this. And should I ever come out with my own makeup, I will definitely do the same. I wish everyone would add creams. So all of his palettes have creams as their bases, which is so wonderful because sometimes with just drier products, anything that's really matte, it's matte, it's dry. It's just going to be a little bit harder to get the makeup to stay on. So a lot of makeup artists will use cream eyeshadows, liquid eyeshadows, pencils, and really just do makeup from there. And so having these creams first as a base, and then you could just add a little bit of shadow as you go, is genius. When this came out, it was probably all that I wore for like 2 months. And I know maybe to some people that's like not really a big deal, but I had to like stop. Like I had to force myself to be like, okay, Christy, you need to like switch it up, wear something else. It's not even just so perfect. Oh, sorry, this is like heavy. It's not even just so perfect that you guys, this is annoying, I'm sorry. It's not, I don't know how to hold it properly. It's not even just so perfect that the colors are warm and cool, but it's the level of the intensity. So sometimes with palettes, colors can either be too light, or the lightest shade is just not light enough, or there's just so many different challenges, and this palette eliminates every single challenge. I would really say the only con is just the price. I mean, nobody wants to pay $70 for eyeshadow. I know I don't, but it's definitely the quality and the pigment, so easy to blend. The tones, the undertones, the types of warms, they're not too, like, if you compare, here we go. So these, because since I had this, I was like, why do I need this palette? But these are like, look at the warm tones here, like how much more rusty they are compared to the warm tones on top here. Like, look at that compared to that. That's like way more red, way more rusty. These are very, you could see my MacBook with my notes, hi. These are very, very wearable, and it is just an incredible, incredible palette. So thank you so much, Patrick. Another incredible makeup artist, celebrity makeup artist, whom I absolutely love, and it would be such a dream one day. I'm putting it out in the universe that he would be on my channel and do my makeup. Wouldn't that just be a dream come true? Mario too. I mean, honestly, Mario, Natasha, like one day, let's just put it out into the universe. That would be, it would be such an honor to be glammed by these incredible, talented, creative artists. Okay, so that's it. That is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I shared with you guys 5 different neutral palettes. I guarantee you, if you are the fairest of the fair or the deepest of the deep, if you have the coolest olive or cool rosy, really warm and tan, I mean, it doesn't, neutral, whatever your undertone is, whatever your skin tone is, there is definitely a palette here in this little list for you. So tell me, what was your favorite? Let me know in the comments which you will be running out to buy. But like I said, my favorite for a client, I mean, my personal, it's a kind of a tie between the I Need A Nude. God, I love that palette so much. There's just so much. There's mattes, there's shimmers, there's like the thicker spark, like it just has so many different textures. It's so gorgeous. But As far as a client, if you guys were in my makeup chair and said, Christy, what is the one palette you would recommend? This is it. You will be able to use this day and night. You have your creams you could do a liquid liner with. You have a nice warm brown with the black in here as well. And then, like I said, the tones with, it's so perfect. Like the whole top row is like what? It's like warm tones. Yeah, warm tones all here on the top. And then, oh, I'm sorry you guys, this is just like too annoying to hold, but you have your warm tones on top and then your cools on the bottom. So truly the best type of makeup is when you really mix your warms and cools. So, oh my gosh, it is just such an incredible palette. Of course, he is, I was gonna say loyal to Sephora, exclusive to Sephora. So you can only find him, of course, at patrickta.com and Sephora. So go try it in store, give it a whirl, make a makeup appointment, or if you're in Dallas, or not if you're in Dallas, you wanna fly me out, honey, I'll come out. You book me that flight and I'm rolling with my little Zucca on my way to your house, okay? And I will glam you. If you're in the Maldives, if you're in New York, book me and I would gladly. I'm gonna post, I do my editing, so I'm gonna add this gorgeous all matte look that I used with this palette on a client from New York. And so hire me wherever you are. Book me and I will gladly do your makeup with the Patrick Ta palette. But that is all that I have for you today, my friends. Like I said, tell me which one you're gonna go run into the store or online and purchase, and let me know. I cannot wait to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for hanging out, for subscribing. Of course, share this with a friend. But until the next time, darlings, remember, you are the magic behind the makeup. And I will see you soon. Thanks again. Mwah. Toodaloo.